Yo, it's your boy Vegabomber, and welcome to the third annual Foscars. So, you might be asking, what are the Foscars? Well, the Foscars are the Fanboy Oscars. That's right, because you know, there's certain people that watch the Oscars that believe that the only movies that are good movies are the ones that have Meryl Streep in them or Daniel Day-Lewis. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, because those are great actors and actresses. However, there's a lot of other films that seem to never get looked at when it comes to Best Picture and all that. Well, you don't have to worry about that with the Fanboy Oscars, because that's exactly what we did. We said we're going to rectify that problem by having our own Foscars, Fanboy style. So, without further ado, I'm going to be your MC today, MC Vegabomber, as it were, and I'm going to have some of my friends come in and tell you, who are real-life fanboys, which films should win the Foscars this year. So, getting right to it, let's start with the very first category. And the first category is Surprise Hit. And to tell us a little bit about that one, Horror Mike, let us know, brother. Tell us, which is the best film that was a surprise hit this year?
Thanks, Vegabomber. All right, so my category today is 2016 surprise hits. There were a lot of good ones this year, but I think these four really stood out. We got Doctor Strange, probably one of Marvel's better movies as of late, not including Civil War. Then we get Magnificent Seven, an outstanding cast, outstanding director, really shows you when you have a bunch of talent, you can release a really good product. Next was Sing Street, a period piece looking at music and culture in the 1980s. Really good, big surprise hit. And last on the nominees is Hell or High Water. Sleeper hit, came in under the radar with four really good casts and really kind of took everyone by surprise. So those are nominees. Looks like, with my opinion on this, I'm definitely going to have to go with Hell or High Water. And trust me when I say it is close between Hell or High Water and Sing Street. Both have incredible performances. Both have incredible cinematography, and both are great presentations of the period and time they exist in. I give the lean towards Hell or High Water just because of Jeff Bridges' incredible performance. So there you go. Back to you, Vegabomber.
Cool. I like that, Horror Mike. That's good. Yeah, that's a close one for me. Sing Street or Hell or High Water, but I'm definitely sold out on Hell or High Water. That would be my pick. But thanks again, Fanboy. You did your job. All right, now let's talk about the next category. And the next category is Best Comedy. And for that one, we'll go down to Austin and we'll talk to Sean Chandler. Sean, your turn. Tell the folks which is the movie this year that was the funniest. He'll do it.
Thanks, Vegabomber, so much for including me. My name is Sean Chandler from Sean Chandler Talks About. My category for today's best comedies of 2016. The nominations are Deadpool, Pop Star, The Nice Guys, and Central Intelligence. And my pick for the best comedy of 2016 was Deadpool. Deadpool is most definitely my favorite comedy of last year. It had me laughing just from the start with the credits, just being so clever, being such a commentary on movies and the cliches, the tropes of them, and then it goes into the movie, and just from beginning to end, it found a way to continually be funny. And that's in no way to say anything negative of the other movies on the list. That's to say just how funny and entertaining this movie was for me. There's a bunch of movies that made me laugh. None of them made me laugh as much as Deadpool did. Ryan Reynolds just knocked it out of the park. They found the role he was meant to play, and we finally got the Deadpool that we should have gotten years ago. And there it was, and he was wonderful in it, and it was so funny. With that said, back to you, Vegabomber.
No, not a surprise though, because I mean, come on. Deadpool was funny. Whether you're a big fan of anti-heroes or not, Deadpool was funny. So, yeah, I can roll with that. Central Intelligence was pretty funny too, but I think I also liked Deadpool better. All right, moving on. The next category is Best Hero in a Film. See, that's definitely a fanboy title right there. So let's see. Let's go to Massachusetts. Yo, Ryan O'Toole, you're up, brother. Let them know.
What's going on, guys? Ryan O'Toole here, back on Vegabomber's channel again, here doing the 2017 Foscars. First off, I want to thank you, Vegabomber, for inviting me once again on another collab, and I'm excited to announce the nominees for Best Hero. The nominees are Sam Chisholm from The Magnificent Seven, Jeff Bridges from Hell or High Water, Desmond Doss from Hacksaw Ridge, Tom Hanks from Sully, and Clavius from Risen. And so, guys, my pick for the 2017 Foscars, the winner for Best Hero is Desmond Doss from Hacksaw Ridge. Yes, yes, yes. Desmond Doss absolutely deserves this award. I love Andrew Garfield's portrayal of him. Desmond is a true hero. He saved 70-plus men in the battlefield in World War II, and he's the definition of what a hero is. He did not even fire a weapon at all. He saved those people's lives medically, and absolutely that deserves Best Hero.
Yeah, so, yeah. It's almost no-brainer, right? Why not let it be a guy who actually really is a hero in real life? So you're right, I'm with you on that. Desmond Doss definitely deserves Best Hero in a story or film this year. Digging it. Just can't complain, man. We're just killing it today. All right, so the next category, we're going to keep moving. Now we're going to go to Juice, and Juice is going to tell us which film was the most underrated, because you know those films exist. Juice, your turn.
Hey Vegabomber, this is Juice here at Keats Comics, and today's most underrated for me is the choice for most underrated for 2016, and the number 1 is Race, number 2 is Sing Street, number 3 is Eye in the Sky, and number 4 is Risen. And my choice is Sing Street. And one of the great things about this movie and the director is that they have music that shows you lessons for the characters, and it's set in the 80s too, so that's a good little, to me, a good little point for it. And also the director, which he did Once and other movies, you know, he integrates music with all his movies, and they've been all great. And that's my pick. Back to you, Vegabomber.
Oh, man, completely agree with you, Juice, completely. I mean, Sing Street, how I didn't even get nominated for some of the songs, and some of the most catchy songs this year were on that soundtrack. You don't believe me? Go look it up, fanboy, fangirl. It's going to be a treat for your ears if you go listen to the songs that were on that Sing Street soundtrack. It was a good one. So, yeah, you missed that one, Academy. All right, let's go to a new universe. Let's go to the Jedi Cole universe. We're going to let Jedi Cole, the Master Jedi himself, tell us which actress gave the best performance this year in 2016. Of course, with the Foscars.
Thank you, Vegabomber. Hi, it's Cole, Jedi Cole Houston here from the Jedi Cole universe and the Rancor Pit live on WatchOnAirLive.com the first and third Sundays of every month. Be sure and check it out if you like the Star Wars. And hey, speaking of the Star Wars, I've been asked to talk to you today about the Best Actress nominees. Or I should say, colloquially known as Best Actress, but it's actually technically Best Actress in a starring role in a film screened in Los Angeles County, but never mind. Anyway, it's the Best Actress. Suck on it, Academy Awards. Okay, so these don't suck. These are some of the finest performances that actresses brought to the silver screen this year, being last year, of course. First up is Felicity Jones, whose name sounds like it should be fancier than simply Jones. But it's Felicity Jones. There you have it. We looked it up. So she is actually nominated for Rogue One, which makes me very happy because I like the Star Wars. I'm Jedi Cole. What do you expect? Then, of course, the dynamite performance of Amy Adams in Arrival, which I got confused with the Key and Peele guy movie which was Get Out, but I thought they were the same movie, and boy, was I in for a surprise. So, but amazing performance nonetheless. I'm glad I went to go see it. Tilda Swinton, gender bending and ethnically bending the role of the Ancient One in a not so ancient looking, because frankly Tilda Swinton's probably a little long in the tooth, but she don't look it. She's still a hottie even with no hair. In Doctor Strange, in case you're wondering where I'm going with this, or you haven't seen Tilda Swinton since the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. And finally, Ruth Negga, who I'm like, why do I know that name? Of course, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. She was hanging out with that clairvoyant during that god-awful bunch. And in the amazing If Effed Up Preacher, if you haven't seen that, she's amazing in that. And also amazing in Loving, which is the story of the 60s criminal case of the state of Georgia versus Love. And so, how does one choose amongst these four amazing, stellar performances? And I want to point out, it's great to see Ruth Negga getting a chance to really exercise her ability as an actress in an Academy Award level film role, and suck on it, people who think there's no good roles for women in Hollywood. So, how to narrow this down? Everybody's thinking, oh, well, I know which way Jedi Cole's going to vote. And of course, you're right. Naturally, I feel like the Oscar is going to land in the lap of none other than Tilda Swinton, because I think any woman who does a bald role in a major motion picture, be it Tilda Swinton, be it ages ago for those of you who were born before 1983, Persis Kembata in Star Trek, the motion picture, way before your time, and of course Joseph Gordon-Levitt in 50-50. All of them should have got an Oscar because they were actresses who went bald in a movie. And those are my picks for Best Actress. So back to you, Vegabomber.
Yep, solid pick. Couldn't disagree with you at all, Jedi Cole. Thanks, brother. I really appreciate you spending some time to get out of your universe and help us little mortals out with trying to figure out who these actors and actresses are that deserve the best award, which is the Foscars Award. And just like that, Sean, we're knocking on your door again. We need to know who was the best supporting actor this year in a film. Take it away.
All right, thank you so much once again for having me. I'm Sean Chandler from Sean Chandler Talks About. Right now, we are talking about the best supporting actor of 2016. The nominations are Alan Tudyk from Rogue One as K2SO, Ben Foster from Hell or High Water, Michael Shannon from Nocturnal Animals, and Chadwick Boseman from Captain America Civil War. And the winner, and we got a diverse category here, some very interesting nominations from all kinds of genres, but the winner of the best supporting actor that popped the most, supported the most, shined the most in a smaller role to me this year was... I gotta go Alan Tudyk. I went into that movie, Rogue One, thinking this droid, another droid, I don't know if I'm going to like this. Went into it and just found a way to bring humor to a very dark story while being fun and funny, and only having his voice to work with, only having what he says and the way he says it, and still just popped, was the shining example in that movie. Just came out above all else, in a movie that I really enjoyed, but brought a levity that if that character wasn't there, if that performance wasn't so good, that movie just would have been so dour and bleak. But he brought something to it just with his words and his tone. So I got to go with Alan Tudyk, even though just a voice so powerful for me this year. That is my pick, and once again, that is in no way too negative towards the others, because all of these are great performances. But as I looked at the list and had to go with the one that just felt like it elevated the material and took it kind of a new level just through what was uniquely brought by the actor, Alan Tudyk. With that, back to you.
Thanks. That's awesome. Yo, Sean, I couldn't agree more. Alan Tudyk as K2SO in the latest Star Wars flick, Rogue One, absolutely. Absolutely. When you saw that, well, I don't have to regurgitate it. You already said it for me, and you said it for all the fanboys, fangirls out there, and I know y'all are feeling that, and because that's a good one. And they never really talk much about the supporting actor. But without them, you'd kind of feel unsupported. All right, big category now. We're going to go back up to Massachusetts. We're going to talk to Ryan O'Toole and find out who was or is the best actor in a film 2016 Foscars, baby, Fanboy style.
And so now, guys, we're on to the nominees for Best Actor, and they are Chris Pine from Hell or High Water, Andrew Garfield from Hacksaw Ridge, Denzel Washington from Fences, and Jeff Bridges from Hell or High Water. And guys, of course, the winner for Best Actor is Andrew Garfield for Hacksaw Ridge. And like I keep saying, guys, Andrew Garfield is one of the most underrated actors working today. I love what he's done so far with Silence, this, and The Social Network. Andrew Garfield portrayed this character of what he's supposed to be, a true American hero. All right, guys, those were my part of the nominations. Back to you, Vegabomber, for the Foscars. Yeah!
Nice pick, Ryan. Thanks again on that. Again, we're listening, we're paying attention. See, we got the fanboys speaking from all over, letting us know which ones are the people who really deserve these particular Oscars and not just the same old people. So once again, big ups on that. Thanks again, Ryan, for that. That's a cool one. That's a good pick. Now, this next category is the category of Best Director. So there's this real charming, handsome lad, I think, who we can call on to help us with this. So, yeah, let's find out. Best Director of 2016 for the Foscars. Tell it! Tell it! Got it, got it, got it, need it, got it, got it. Oh, hey, what's up? What's up, family? Yeah, it's your boy Vegabomber and, well, doing Vegabomber things, I guess. Just being that a good old fanboy collecting some cards. Anyway, anybody have card number 97? Don't worry about it. I'm actually not here for that tonight. Actually, tonight, I'm here to tell you about the best directors in the films of 2016. So, let's look at the nominees, shall we? And the nominees for the best directors of 2016 are the Russo brothers, Civil War, Mel Gibson, Hacksaw Ridge, David Mackenzie, Hell or High Water, and John Carney, Sing Street. And the winner is David Mackenzie for Hell or High Water. If you haven't seen this film, you need to go see this film. It's a very straightforward story, but the writing of Taylor Sheridan and the combination of David Mackenzie and the way he shoots films, the scope of everything and using the land as part of the landmark. I mean, this film was a beautifully directed film. And of course, it doesn't help when you have actors to direct like Jeff Bridges and Ben Foster and Chris Pine. But to me, easily no problem, good film, and certainly directed extremely well. So keep that in mind. But for me, I'm going Hell or High Water. David Mackenzie, Best Director, 2016 for the Foscars. And now, back to the studio. That's right. They may be behind the camera, but they know what they're doing. They control a lot of things. They can make actors better. So, good pick. Love that director. That was a great film, and so can't wait to see where that film winds up because it's one of my personal faves. All right. Now, we've been talking about handing out trophies to these people for some good films, but here we're going to actually give a little props to the garbage films because these are the films that you want to stay away from, and if we can tell you ahead of time, you won't waste your money going to see these films. So, yeah, let's do this. We're doing you a public service to let you know which are also the worst films or the garbage films in the year. And for this one, we're going to go back to Horror Mike. Horror Mike, help us pick through the garbage. Tell us, which ones should we not even worry about seeing, or by this time, even rent on DVD, because they're just that bad.
Thanks, Vegabomber. Okay, so looks like I've got another great category. 2016's most garbage movies. All right, so number 5, we got 50 Shades of Black, starring one of the Waynes and a blaxploitation-esque parody of the 50 Shades of Grey franchise. Then we have Zoolander 2, the sequel to the movie nobody asked for. That one movie all your friends are always quoting that you hate. The next was a personal favorite, but I admit it is horrible, is Independence Day Resurgence, the sequel that is 20 years too late. Then we have Gods of Egypt, the movie that shows you that nobody in Hollywood reads a history book. Next, we have Ben-Hur, which honestly on this list is probably the best because of how sad and average it is. It doesn't try to do anything new, and it's just there. Everyone wants their paycheck. So for my most garbage movie of 2016, I'm going with Independence Day Resurgence. It is almost the definition of everything that is wrong with big budget Hollywood movies personified in 1 2-hour movie. Definitely don't go see this movie, but if you're a glutton for punishment, it's worth a good 2-hour watch. So back to you, Vegabomber.
Greed. Movie is definitely for the landfills. It's a dumpster fire of a movie. It's a cash grab. It's all that stuff. Love you, Mike. You said the right thing because that is garbo. So yeah, I'm ready to distance from that category even right now before some of that failure starts dripping in here from all that garbage that was in that film. I'm just saying. This is what it is. This is what you've all been waiting for. You've been waiting for the best picture. So for that one, we're going to go back out to the Jedi Cole universe. Hey, Cole, it's up to you, brother. Master Jedi, you're going to have to tell us which film was the best picture out of all the films this year. I'm putting all that weight on you. I don't want to have to decide that.
Oh, hey, Vegabomber. I'm back. It's Jedi Cole from the Jedi Cole universe at JediCole.com and Convention Awareness Project. I didn't mention that before at cap-tx.info. Never miss a convention in the state of Texas if you can help it. And I promise it'll be all up to date soon. So I'm talking about up to date. I'm going to get you up to date with the 2016 Best Picture nominees. And here are the Foscar picks for Best Picture. We're talking about a picture that was better than any other picture. Like if you go to a museum, you're like, oh, that picture looks kind of sorry. I don't get it. And you see another one, like, oh, that one. I don't know much about art, but I know what I like. And what I like for the Oscars is Hell or High Water, which is a story. It's the sequel to the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. This is the story about a pair of pants that you can take to Hades, or it's good for rainy days. So excellent picture right there. You got no complaints. Captain America Civil War, the third in the Captain America franchise. He goes to war, but he's nice about it. He's pretty good about it. He's Captain America. He's kind of nice that way. Lots of action, lots of superheroes. You got the entire Bug Kingdom covered. You got your Ant-Man, you got your Spider-Man. No wonder it got a Best Picture nod. Finally, now Hacksaw Ridge. This is the story of one man's redemption. That is, of course, Mel Gibson finding a way to get back into Hollywood's good graces with a Best Picture nod there, about an exciting war picture that you probably guessed I haven't seen yet, but I'm going to. Rouge One, the story of makeup in the Star Wars universe. No, sorry, Rogue One, a Star Wars story. Well, you know I've seen it more than once, like 3 times in less than 24 hours when it came out. I'm amazed. I didn't pay enough attention to the Oscars this year. Rogue One got in the Best Picture. Way to go, Star Wars. Then The Jungle Book. This is an amazing. Somebody took that cartoon that Walt Disney did like back before I was born, or maybe about the time I was born. Just completely remade it. Oh, it was from Disney. So Disney remade it as a live action film. If you haven't, honestly, if you haven't seen this, go see it or find it, because that kid that plays Mowgli is dynamite. I don't know if he's a Best Actor nominee, but he ought to be. And you got all this great voice work from Idris Elba and Bill Murray and Scarlett Johansson. Oddly enough, Scarlett Johansson at her thinnest as Ka the python. And then, of course, we have, speaking of zoo animals or jungle animals, we got Zootopia, the story about what happens when all of the zoo animals that got let out of the zoo and 12 monkeys then have their own sort of Planet of the Apes thing go on, and then they all become cops. So there you have the 6 nominees that we're looking at. Which one's going to get Best Picture? Again, you think you know it. You think it's going to be Rogue One. Ought to be Rogue One, but I'm going to go with Jungle Book, because Jungle Book has a pangolin in it. If you're wondering what the hell that thing was that walks up when Mowgli's getting the honey and it's got all the scales on it, and it walks by with a bundle of twigs and stuff, that's a pangolin. It's a plated anteater from India. Most people don't even know that animal exists, so they get a Best Picture nod from me just for putting a pangolin on the silver screen. It's an endangered species. That's why he said, you're going to become more endangered. Check it out. Look it up. Pangolin. It's on Wikipedia. Check it out. Pangolin. Check out Jungle Book Best Picture. Best Picture, in case the Jungle Book is unable to fulfill its duties as Best Picture, I'm going to give the runner-up to Rogue One. So, if Jungle Book takes some pictures in Playboy or something and gets kicked out, then Rogue One's going to get it. But right now I'm going with Jungle Book. And that's my pick. Back to you, Vegabomber.
Whew. I don't know how you did it, but you were able to pick just one. I think my pick was probably still Hell or High Water. It's an incredible film, but I understand and I respect the decision to go with Jungle Book because that was a good film as well. And the kid playing Mowgli, incredible. He's going to have an incredible year as it relates to films if he just continues to just interact with green screens like that. For sure, he could be the next John Wick, right? He could be John Wick 13 or something like that when he turns 13. But either way, folks, that's the big films of this year. We appreciate you watching this year. What did you think? You saw some of these films. Did we even miss as fanboys on some of these? If so, just let us know in the comments. Let us know in the comments below, and we'll have somebody send something to you. I know these picks were good picks because we don't depend on someone to hand us an envelope with the correct answer in it. We just kind of do it the most secure way you could do it. Off the top of your dome, of course. That's the best way to do this. They wouldn't have messed up last night if they'd have done it off the top of the dome. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. So anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching and paying attention. I want to thank all the guys who contributed today. Jedi Cole, Sean, Ryan, Juice. Who am I forgetting? Horror Mike. How can I forget Horror Mike? Yeah, right? So I want to thank all you guys, and we'll see you guys next year. You guys keep watching movies, keep loving movies, and keep talking about movies. And we'll have this right here again for you next year when we talk about the best films of 2017. Until then, I'm the Vegabomber, your MC, and I am out.